Hey, Undertaker, how are you? Big fan. Been
Thank you,
watching
sir.
you for many
Appreciate it.
years.
Thank you.
Awesome to talk to you. First things first, let's start with Friday night, the Hall of Fame induction. I'm sure for you and anybody who's ever followed the world of pro wrestling or WWE, they knew this day was coming, that you would ultimately end up in the Hall of Fame. Still, how does it feel for you now that the day has finally arrived? What's it going to be like to walk out on that stage?
I tell you what, this is probably the most nervous that I've been in many, many years. I know the expectations are huge. So, you always, I'm kind of looking at this as I would a match, and I want to be able to tell a great story and entertain everybody, and also pay my respects to the people along the way that helped get me to the Hall of Fame. Trying to contain my emotions and my excitement are going to probably be the toughest part for me. But I am so honored and humbled to be included in this class. I mean, it really is. It's right now it's kind of nerve-wracking. I'll be glad, once I'm on stage and into my speech, everything will calm down like it normally does. But there's some there's some serious energy going on right now as I prepare for this.
Sure, understandable. We know you have ties to obviously the state of Texas. I believe you live in Texas. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Born and raised still, and I'm still here.
Yeah. So what does it mean to be able to do this for WrestleMania that's being held right here in Arlington at AT&T Stadium? Kind of a homecoming, so to speak, and to be able to have the induction right here. Was that by design? Did it just so happen that way? But in any event, either way, just does it mean a little bit extra to be able to do it here at home?
Obviously. And it just worked out that way. But I'm so happy that I was able to do this in Texas. How proud us Texans are of our state and our people. Obviously, most people know I'm a lifelong Dallas Cowboys fan. So just being in Dallas, being around AT&T Stadium and the Jones family, I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better for me to be able to do this in my home state in Dallas.
Yeah, now let's talk about WrestleMania itself. I know that you've performed at a ton of these WrestleManias. It's grown so much, I think. Can you even compare, now being in a huge stadium and being a two-night event, how does WrestleMania today, or what we're going to see this weekend, how does it compare from the first WrestleMania you took part in? I'm not even, it was either late 80s or early 90s. Just from your perspective, how's it grown since then?
Yeah, so I started at WrestleMania 7, and this year will be WrestleMania 38. So I've been around a minute, and oh my gosh, it's grown exponentially. It is. I mean, it's always been a big deal, but now it's off the charts how much WrestleMania has grown. It's like, we always kind of use the Super Bowl as analogy or something to compare what we do our WrestleMania to. These cities bid on the fact, they bid on trying to sell themselves to get WrestleMania in their cities now. So I mean, that right there in its own right is huge. What WrestleMania does for a local economy it's crazy when you start looking at the numbers of how much the WWE universe comes into play with hotels and restaurants and all that. So but it is quite And it is, it's night and day from where it was at WrestleMania 7 to WrestleMania 38. I mean, this is just a huge extravaganza, and I'm just happy to be part of the evolution of it.
Yeah, and I think this is the second, or I think the third year where they've gone to this two-night setup with WrestleMania. The WWE, I mean, when you're filling out 2 nights, what are some of the challenges? I mean, from someone who's been on the roster for years and years and years, just does having 2 nights present challenges? I mean, you have to really be able to pack both nights to make it worth it. Does the WWE have the talent to fill two nights worth of cards?
Yeah, I mean, well, look at the card. I mean, the card is so stacked. There's just tons of main events and incredible matches. I mean, you look at what you've got. You've got the return of Stone Cold Steve Austin. You've got Roman Reigns, the SmackDown champion, Brock Lesnar, the world champion, head-to-head, winner take all. I think you have a first-time ever Edge versus AJ Styles, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, and Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. I mean, the card is stacked, and it has to be stacked. If you're going to do 2 nights, I mean, you have to be loaded, and the card is really strong. So, I mean, that's kind of the first thing, is to make sure that you have enough attractions to do both nights. And I think the WWE's done that, and the card is just absolutely loaded. And I think it kind of preserves a little bit of energy, because the one night WrestleManias are, as great as they are, I mean, it's a long night, and that's a lot of wrestling to consume. So breaking it up like this, I kind of like the idea. It just adds to the whole weekend and the possibilities for people to, have the same energy. If you come to both nights, you get a little bit of a halftime there, a little break, and re-energize and come back the next day, and you just pick right back up with just headline match after headline match.
Yeah, you mentioned all the big names on the card. I know you retired a few years ago, but we know how retirements work in the wrestling business. Any chance those fans are going to get a glimpse of the dead man at AT&T Stadium?
Oh, they might get a glimpse of me. I won't. I won't be in a match, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably get a glimpse of me while I'm there. No, I'm pretty content, and I've come to peace with my decision. There's just, you never know what's going to happen, but I can pretty much guarantee that it won't happen this year.
Well, okay, last question from me. Just this is not the first time AT&T Stadium hosted WrestleMania. I think we hosted it back in 2016. What were your memories of that show and that environment and that stadium? Because I believe at the time if we didn't set the record, we came close to the attendance record at WrestleMania. So just what were your memories of that WrestleMania at, I think it was 32 back at AT&T Stadium?
Yeah, it was incredible. And we broke our own indoor attendance record at that Mania. And it was, you never get, I guess, desensitized to large crowds. But even that night, when I walked out onto the stage, it was amazing. It was just an ocean of people. And the way the stadium is laid out, it was just absolutely incredible to see that many people there to watch WWE. And I had to take a moment, and I just had to take a moment and just soak it in, because it was really awe-inspiring to see a crowd of that size, for what we do. I mean, it was utterly amazing. And if you can't get chill bumps on that, I mean, I don't know if you're in this industry and you don't get chill bumps. I mean, there's something wrong with you, because those are the kind of nights that you dream about. when you walk out there and you can't see anything but people. And man, it was a really, really cool feeling.
Awesome. Well, this has been great. Undertaker, I thank you so much, and I'm really looking forward to this weekend. And yeah, congratulations. We'll be watching on Friday night.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, buddy.
Have a good one.